Will one of these teams actually be good? Will Todd Bowles either be a good coach or get fired?
Please let him get fired.
Will the Falcons...
Will the Falcons not Falcon?
Actually, exactly what I was going to say. Will the Panthers, Bryce Young, progress?
I just want a competitive NFC South. Okay, can we, do something about this? I'm tired of seeing a maybe 9-8 team win the division. It's disgusting. I'm sorry.
Will the Saints be the third team ever to win 0 games? Find out next.
Welcome back to the James and Dame Show. I'm Josiah.
And I'm Will.
And today, I'm going to be crashing out about how bad the NFC South is. Just kidding. We're going to go over team predictions for the NFC South.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. So, yeah, we're all going to moan and be tired of looking at this division. Because, in my opinion, this division is worse than the AFC South. I hate this division more.
I think this division has more going for it than the AFC South does.
It does now. The last few years, not so much.
It's been painful, but
pain and agony is what you want to describe this one as.
Yeah, looking at the Falcons, drafted Jalen Walker and James Pierce, so 2 edges.
Whoa!
Because
to make up for the past blunders.
Yeah,
supposedly.
for the past 3 years of not getting one.
Took them long enough.
First year with Raheem Morris was kind of more of the same. It didn't look as bad.
No,
as
it didn't look bad. It just they needed some time to readjust. I wasn't going to expect anything good to come out of Atlanta.
You lose Caleb McGarry, their starting tackle for the season.
Yep.
Michael Penix is now your starter. You have Kirk Cousins. And
that's as much enthusiasm I will show about Kirk Cousins. I can't even say his name right because I'm so angry at him.
Yeah, and then I mean, the one bright spot I feel like, which a lot of people haven't really acknowledged, was how good of a year Bijan Robinson had last year.
Yes, Bijan Robinson did have a good year. One of the only bright spots in that whole division.
Now, I will say, I think the Falcons have an opportunity to be a much better team with Michael Penix at the helm because Kirk Cousins really did not help.
No, he didn't.
He had some very rough games and costed them some games.
Brother could not throw a pass to save his life.
But looking at who they will be facing, they're going to have, obviously, the NFC South.
Yeah, not too bad.
NFC West, and then they play the AFC East. So,
okay. So, now that I'm looking at their entire schedule, all at once.
I mean, NFC West, kind of just another iffy one. I think they're more solid than the NFC South.
They are.
And then
I think with what they have here, the main competition or the bigger oopsies if they don't play this right, Buffalo, sure.
Absolutely.
Playing Tampa Bay twice, possibly wins one of those games, but it's going to be a tight game. Rams, always competitive. They're not elite, but they're always good. Commanders, obviously.
Vikings,
yeah. If they turn out to be pretty good, well, there you go. Falcons have a lot of wiggle room, I'd say. This is actually one of the easier schedules I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think the NFC South has one of the easier schedules. It's because the soft divisions are playing the soft divisions.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And the tough divisions are playing
the tough divisions.
So,
so for the Falcons, in my opinion, I'd say please don't prove me wrong. So the Falcons have a floor of 8-9 if everything really goes bad. But their ceiling, 12 wins. I say that's pretty fair. I mean, because the bigger competitions: Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Washington, Buffalo, Tampa Bay again, Rams, even possibly New England if they turn out to be really good. Like, you're not. I'm not expecting them to do a lot, but with the pieces that they brought in, they actually have edges for the first time in their history. Maybe their defense can actually be somewhat good, or at least better. So this is one of the teams where I'm actually like putting hope in. Like I'm saying, okay, enough with this. Falcons, I believe that you can have a chance. Please prove me right. Please don't screw up, please. Because I like the Falcons. I like them as a team. Super Bowl 51 flashbacks just came in. But I always kind of rooted for them, mostly because they're just a fun team to watch sometimes. At least when Matt Ryan was good, and then he wasn't. So obviously Julio Jones and everybody, but it's been a while since we've had a good Falcons team, and I've been itching for another good team. So maybe this is the year they turn things around. So I'm going to say that's what I'm hoping for. So I've been rambling too much. You go on ahead with your predictions.
The Falcons, I don't. It's again. You have an easy schedule, like a pretty easy schedule. AFC East, really, all the main tough opponent is the Bills, and then NFC West. I mean, Rams are going to be tough. Any of the teams could be tough, but they're not all going to be super tough. They're not all going to be really good. They're going to be competitive. They're kind of a middle of the road kind of. There are a lot of competitive mediocre teams. The Falcons just they've not given me enough to have full faith in them, but they're not going to be bad.
I'm hoping for a turnaround in this division, and the Falcons can definitely lead the way if they can do somewhat decent and make the division somewhat competitive with the Buccaneers. And actually put up a fight and win some games this time around, then maybe we actually have a couple teams who are actually dog fighting it out for their division. Obviously, the other two teams might need to pick up the slack a little bit, but we'll get to them. But.
Yeah. So where I have this at is I have a floor of 7-10.
Okay.
And I have a ceiling of 11-6 because I do think that this team is pretty well built. I think they have their defense has a lot of really good pieces. Their offense, Bijan was really good. Utilize him so much.
Please use Bijan.
I no longer have faith in Kyle Pitts doing anything, but if you can somehow turn him into something, they'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
You drafted 2 edges in the first round. One of them should be able to do something.
Yeah.
So I have faith that there's something that's going to go for them, but I don't have enough faith in the idea that this team is going to be where we kind of expected them to be going at this point in time.
Okay. That's honestly fair.
Yeah. It's there was a lot of potential. There was a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Where are we at now?
Mess.
Yeah.
Also, fantasy managers, please draft for Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts is going to have a great...
Especially the fantasy leagues I'm a part of. Please draft Kyle Pitts. Carolina Panthers. So this is a team where was Bryce Young's end of the season tenure something to build off of, or is that just a stretch or something that he just had somewhat good progress in? Where where is Bryce Young? That's what I want to know. Because I think, like, I'm rooting for him. Like, I want Bryce Young to be good because of how much crap he got the last, couple of seasons, and just being like, oh my gosh, this guy's so bad. Well, he was placed on a really bad team, so what do you expect him to do? So with what I see here, I can see Carolina's floor being 6-11. Their ceiling, though. Ooh, do I want to say it though? I want to say 10-7. Like if they improve, maybe 10-7 is in their grasp. I'm not entirely sold on it quite yet, but I want to see how certain teams perform at the beginning of the year. This is one of them. I want to see what the Panthers do with Bryce Young.
Fair. Again, you got some big-bodied receivers. You have McMillan. You have Leggett. You still currently have Thielen. There's rumors that the Vikings are going to try and get him amongst their Addison
Departure.
suspension.
Yeah.
But it's still McMillan, Leggett. You hope that they can make a good tangent for him. Let's see what else. Chuba Hubbard makes his return. You put Trevor Etienne with him. Maybe they have a good combo. I mean, it's not a super exciting team, but I think it is a better team than it was last year. And more importantly, like you kind of made a point, I'm going to choose to believe in this. I think they're going to have that level of competitiveness that they were at towards the end of the year, and that level of growth I think they're going to continue. And I am still going to put their floor at 5-12.
That's fair.
Because they were still losing games.
But they were at least showing up. They were actually playing.
They were showing up, so I think they'll be more competitive. But yeah, I could still see them losing a lot of those games, and that's going to come down to: is Bryce Young actually does he have the clutch gene? We haven't.
Is he that guy?
But on the high end, I'm kind of.
Where are you putting them? This I need to know.
I'm not going to be as optimistic, and I really want to see the Panthers do well, but I still don't think that roster's there.
Okay.
So I still see them, like, even with their ceiling, I don't see them making the playoffs.
I don't think they do.
You don't think they do at 10-7?
I don't think they do at 10-7. I think the NFC probably would be a little bit more competitive.
Interesting. I'm going to have their ceiling around that, like, okay, I will say, because it is a much easier schedule this year,
Yes.
I'll give them 9-8. I will give them above 500.
Okay.
If it was a tougher schedule, it'd probably be more like 7-10 to 8-9. But it's an easier. They have a lot easier schedule. I mean,
yeah,
you're already playing the NFC South. I think you're playing the NFC South with the AFC South and the AFC East, between the NFC West and the AFC East, I can see winning 4 of those games.
Yeah.
4-6. And then it comes down to how much you can win in your division. Plus, they have to play the Jags. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Pretty comfortable.
Move along.
Move along. Oh. Saints.
All right.
Ew.
I genuinely.
This team might actually be the bottom feeder of the NFL.
So, I would like to. Let's address the quarterback situation first.
We have to.
So, the competition was between Tyler
Shuck,
Spencer Rattler,
Rattler.
and Jake Hayner. They cut Jake Hayner,
They did.
and they named Spencer Rattler their starter.
Oh boy.
So, and this is a team where your running back is relying on Alvin Kamara, who
I don't know how he still has the gas in the tank.
he's old. He's getting old.
Is that man still running?
Your receivers are in hospital beds.
Yep. Thank you, Derek Carr.
You drafted an offensive lineman, and the
Yay! Yeah.
and your defense is kind of like Swiss cheese, got a lot of holes in it.
What is defense? They're like the Bengals. What is defense?
Now, this is. I said it
Are you
kind of.
gonna do it?
I said it as a joke
Are you
at
gonna
the
do it?
beginning, and I'm very much debating it because every single video up to this, the Saints have been the kind of like, oh yeah, that's like your
Easy.
automatic win.
Easy win.
They have such an easy schedule. Like they have an easy schedule. Like what? I'd have to actually look at who has the easiest schedule in the league this year, based off of last year's records. But it's, I mean, you have your in division,
Yeah.
which even like looking at your toughest team in division is the Buccaneers, who haven't done well in the regular season. They've way underperformed because of Todd Bowles.
Thank you, Todd Bowles.
You have to play the Dolphins and the Jets and the Titans. Like it's such an easy one, but the reason why I might say that as their floor is because yes, they're playing all these teams that were really bad last year. Mm-hmm. But pretty much all of these teams, except for the Dolphins, seem like they actually grew.
Yeah.
And the Saints seemed like they
fell off a cliff. Yeah.
You don't have Derek Carr. You don't have Jake. Your starting quarterback is Spencer Rattler. And your offense is really not pretty. It's
Not
below
good.
average. Your defense is just Cam Jordan and Chase Young. Tyrann Mathieu retired. You went out and got Justin Reed. Cool.
Yay. Anything else?
Your corner, like, there's so many holes on this team. And who's your head coach? You got Kellen Moore. Maybe he can do something. But
I don't expect him to turn this team around in 1 year.
I'm going to lock it in with their floor is 0 wins.
Wow.
As 0-17. This is,
All right.
like, the Saints aren't that. They're not, like, the Lions at their lowest or the Browns when they were a horrible organization. They still are, but this team isn't a horrible organization, but the team looks so bad right now. Like, as far as rosters go, I think I might prefer the Patriots last year or the Titans last year.
That's saying something.
Like, that's where my floor is at.
Okay. Okay. What's your ceiling?
My ceiling, I mean, you look at it, you play the Giants at home, you play the Patriots at home. You obviously have an iffy division. You maybe beat the Panthers once at home. 4 wins.
Okay.
0-17 to
That's-
4-13. I really... This might be like my first like majorly hot take, but I think they're gonna be so bad. Like,
Right.
honestly, so bad.
Something you don't want to see.
You don't want to
they
show your children this.
watch them go like 9-8, make the playoffs. I'm gonna be like, oh.
But
I really
shook.
don't. Yeah, right.
So I wasn't gonna do that, but you went straight for it. I was gonna give their floor at like 2 wins, but you went straight for the 0. We're gonna have the first 0-17 team ever. Their ceiling 7 6 wins, maybe, maybe 5. Honestly, 2 to 5 wins. That's where I put the Saints.
It's very
2 to 5 wins. That's it.
It's not looking good. It's really not. And
It's gotta get ugly.
like this is again 4-13, and this is if Kellen Moore is a good coach,
Yes, if he's a good coach, a head coach,
good head coach.
good head coach.
We've seen him in bad situations under bad head coaches before as an offensive coordinator. We saw what he looked like on the Chargers. Wasn't good.
Yeah.
You put him with a good head coach like Nick Sirianni, he does very well. We've seen him with the Cowboys. He does pretty well. He does good when he has weapons
When he has weapons,
and a competent
Does
head
he-
coach above him.
does he have good weapons and or a good head coach above him? No.
He
and
is the
no.
head coach.
He is the head coach.
So can he
What are
actually
we-
lead a team? He's not given me that faith as a head coach.
No. They must have paid him a lot of money. I didn't quite see the contract, but
Yeah, to sign with the Saints, yeah, you kind of have to. You have to be. It's got to be a good.
it's almost like a death wish, honestly. It's like, if you sign this contract,
they're in.
you will be forced to.
They're in cap hell. There's not a lot going for the roster right now. You're probably gonna have to build purely through the draft, which is probably why they started with their O tackle.
Yeah. It might be one of those teams where it's like Kellen Moore just loses any like semblance of like optimism or encouragement to like make a team better because of how bad this team is. Like, I don't want to say that about a head coach because obviously we haven't seen him, be a head coach yet. But like, this might actually suck the life out of Kellen Moore. This team looks awful, and I don't wish that upon any coach, especially a coach who has not been the head coach before.
It's just
What do we-
so rough.
What do you do with this team? Do you just
Honestly,
when the Saints go marching into the couch right away?
I mean, most people have been talking about it. I think this is just a team that, I mean, they're not, but it kind of is like you tank for Arch Manning, and pray that he actually
This is probably what they do.
and
Thanks.
pray that he actually goes pro this next year, because there's talks he might stay at Texas for another year, and Saints go, no, guess we'll do it again.
Well, instead of being mediocre, we'll just be completely bad for
I mean,
however long we get Arch Manning.
but like, to be fair, they've needed the rebuild. This is
Yes.
this is what the rebuild is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to go through the draft. It's going to be super painful.
Ugly.
But I feel like it's enough shit talking of the Saints.
Moving on to Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Can they win?
Can they actually win more than 9 games? Is my next question.
They did it last year.
Can they win more than 9 games? Because they do not spark a whole lot of optimism for me right away, but we'll see. Let me look at their schedule. Atlanta, Houston, Philadelphia,
So
Detroit,
you add basically
Buffalo, Rams. Oof, eek.
as first in the division. You add the Texans. What is it? The Texans, the Eagles, and the Lions. Ugh.
Yup.
That's Eagles and Lions. Going to be rough. Texans.
Yeah.
Texans.
Kind of depends on what the Texans do. Do they actually jump back into their like good state, or do they continue to fall off a cliff?
Yeah, it's. I mean, you played Panthers twice in the last 3 games.
Yeah,
I think they have
that's a pretty easy end of the year. I'm not gonna lie.
They have the potential to go like. I feel like 4-2 in division play.
Yeah, 4-2 is definitely reasonable. I'd say, obviously, that first stretch is pretty rough. For the Buccaneers, their floor. Seven wins? Like, I don't. Like, they don't get much worse than that. Their ceiling, though? 11 wins?
I mean, honestly, that's kind of like. And here's the thing that you have to take into account is you can't compare them to last year
No, because they're completely different.
because the one like I think this is going to be a step back for the Buccaneers because I think the last 2 years they were carried by. I mean, their offense was good.
Yes,
That's
their
what it was.
offense was literally the whole team.
You lost your offensive coordinator,
Yes.
who was the reason why your offense was good. You're left with Todd Bowles, who's
A defensive-minded head coach
had a
who has
horrible
a terrible time
defense.
coaching the defense.
I think your offense
So-
takes a step back. You got weapons. You got Igbuka on top of Godwin, who
Why did you get Ibuka?
eventually will come back. And then you have Mike Evans, who is Mike Evans. He's probably gonna have another 1,000-yard year. Baker Mayfield's good. Buggy Irving is good. You have talent on that offense.
It's not going to carry you all to the wins, though.
I think Baker looks a little bit worse with assuming their offensive coordinator is not at the same level that Liam Cohen was.
Yeah.
Because Liam Cohen, he really did turn Baker's career around.
Yeah. I think Cohen-less, they regress. Because
Yeah,
Cohen was literally the reason why they were good.
You were relying on your offense.
Yeah, that's all they were.
And again, you still have a lot of those players.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add Igbuka. Like, you have a lot of...
You have a lot of people to throw to. Like, that's about it. After that,
I mean, you have Bucky Irving. Your
Yeah,
offense is
I mean-
talented, but again, we've mentioned this with like a couple of videos ago with the Eagles. We've seen what the Eagles looked like when their offensive play calling was not good.
no.
This is a situation where you could have a really talented offense. If you don't have good play calling, that's not going to do anything. So with that being said, I even have... I don't like
Careful.
it. I have a floor at 6-10.
You mean 6-11, right?
Or 6-11, yes. I sometimes still forget there's 17 games.
Me too. I always have to think about it, too.
But that being said, offense still looks good, and then they did get some defensive pieces. It wasn't at the top of the draft, but it was throughout the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Todd Bowl, if
Todd Bowles needs to go.
if he gets the 4-2 in division play, and you win another 4 games on top of that with even then they just have such a tough schedule too. Comparatively they have
a tough schedule.
Like
Out of all those teams, they definitely do.
I have their ceiling at 10-7.
Yeah.
I do. Like, I don't see them. They've been the team running the NFC South, but getting first in the South right now has really cost you. This is like a year where it's costing you because you have to play the Lions and the Eagles. Not a fun 2 teams to play.
No.
Um,
Good luck.
and then on top of that, again, still the Bills.
The Bills.
You still got the Bills. NFC West could actually be decent. We don't know. Maybe like 2 good NFC West teams.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know really who it's going to be because it completely almost flipped on its head from last year. But it could be any of them. You expect maybe 2 of them. It's tough to gauge them, especially when, again, Todd Bowles doesn't do good during the regular season. He's super inconsistent, and you take the inconsistency, throw on top of the fact that you don't have the offensive coordinator that led that team really well, or at least that offensive unit very well.
Yeah.
At best, you find a proper replacement for Liam Cohen, and
That's
that team
about
gets
it.
back to 10-7. But it's just, I see the NFC South not being good again. I see them.
I want them to be good, but knowing how the Buccaneers and Saints look compared to the Panthers and Falcons right now, I think they'll kind of switch places. The Buccaneers and Saints were gonna Buccaneers will regress. Saints are just awful. Panthers are on the rise. Falcons are probably gonna sneak and take the division. That's how I see it as.
If Raheem Morris can do it, if he's the guy, and he didn't give much faith. He's kind of just another meh quarterback. He kind of reminds me, or not quarterback, head coach. He kind of reminds me of like how Dennis Allen was with the Saints, where he's like
Yeah,
not a great coach, and he's not gonna I don't like. Will he actually win anything? He's just mediocre, and that's where he's thrusting that team towards. But we'll see because it's against the South. Before we get to kind of those final standings, I do want to look at like one thing because I think I do still have the records from last year. Maybe. Let me look in my little notebook here. Just because I want to recap. Because if I remember, we were a little off from what we had
Last year?
last year.
Ooh. Sorry, guys.
Last year. We were a little off. Not super
Just
off.
a wee bit.
We had... We'll start from closest to furthest. Panthers. 4 wins. They ended with 5. Pretty good.
It's not bad.
We had them ending in 4th, obviously.
Yeah.
Ending in 3rd, we had the Buccaneers at 7.5 wins.
Oh, boy.
Wasn't too far off. Placement was off.
Yes.
In 2nd, we had the Saints at 8 wins.
Yeah.
And
We had the Falcons.
the Falcons in 1st.
Was it 11?
12.5.
12 and a half it was.
We had them as a 2nd or 3rd, I think a 2nd seed maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
And they didn't even beat 500. So,
Take our opinions for a grain of salt.
yeah.
Or at least when it comes to the NFC South.
A reason. So, that was last year. This year,
Granted, we were going by games and not ceilings and floors.
still, the only thing we got really right was the Panthers.
Honestly, that's fine. I would rather have the Panthers right than figure out what the heck the other ones are doing.
So, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Final standing. Our standings for the NFC South predictions this year.
This year.
In first place, unfortunately, as it is, it's the Falcons.
Yeah, that's kind of what they are.
In second, it'll be the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Third,
The Panthers.
the Panthers. A decent bounce back.
Yay.
And
And
the
then we
Saints.
don't talk about the last place.
Oh, the Saints, the Saints, the Saints. Oh,
Those poor children who have to watch the Saints.
yeah. Saints in last.
I do not wish pain and suffering on anybody by forcing them to watch the Saints play this next year.
That's gonna be great. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that's the NFC South. I feel like the epitome of do it again next year, eh?
Mm-hmm. These teams are a bit,
Depressing.
yes. That's a good way to put it.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm
think-
hiding from my shame and guilt for, thinking the Saints were going to be good last year.
Good is
Mediocre, I should say.
8 wins is not the top of the.
I mean, what
cream of the
What do
crop,
you
but-
expect from the NFC South, honestly?
Falcons at 12.5, honestly, was the reason why I wanted to pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to be wrong next year. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.